Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy. One skip by Adam, you're not. How you doing? Please like, subscribe, and share. I'd really appreciate it. Guys, you know this channel has been around for about 14 months now. Going, you know what I mean? As far as like having like a channel per se. I've been subscribed to YouTube for a while, but actually having a channel and doing something with it. So guys, seriously. And we've covered a few things, and I've touched on a few things, and you guys know my favorite show, 90 Day Fiancé. And I just want to talk about it because we seem to, on this channel, like really effed up people, and we try to exploit them for money, just so like Gypsy does the baby, but these are adults, and they've already started, so us jumping on board is cool because they've already put themselves out there, unlike Gypsy's baby, who doesn't even know what the hell's going on, but when the kid hits, grade school and middle school and high school, she's going to know because there's going to be a bunch of people telling her what her mom did. In the meantime, there's going to be a bunch of people telling this kid, Matilda, who was just born, to my friend Jasmine here. Now, Jasmine is not my friend. Actually, I think Jasmine is a despicable person because she got married and was married for about 18 months, I want to say. That her and Gino were together for about 18 months. They got married in June 2023. 90 Day Fiancé. He's a bald dude. A bald dude that didn't want to touch. Like, he didn't want to have sex with Jasmine. For the love of God, I don't know why he didn't want to. Jasmine is a hottie toddy. But I don't mean hottie toddy like me. I mean, she's gorgeous, but kind of ugly on the inside. And I kind of get that, Gino. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that say, hey, listen, until we have that emotional bond and we get along good, I don't want to touch you. There's something up with that, I just got to say. And I thought that Gino might be gay because, like, that's no guy says, listen, until we get along, I'm going to wait. Especially when their wife looks like maybe he was just repulsed by who she is. And we know who she is because, see, she talked her husband into an open marriage. I kind of understood why she wanted the open marriage because Gino wasn't touching her. So they were just supposed to have an open marriage that was only supposed to have sex, just sex. There wasn't supposed to be anything more involved than sex. And all of a sudden, there's a kid that pops out. She's no longer with Gino. She's now with this guy named Matt. Maddie, baby, Matilda. Matt is the daddy, you think? I think, just like Rob, who was 90 Day Fiancé, I'll introduce you to him at some other time. But right now, we're going to talk about Jasmine. Jasmine, I don't like her. Tell you why I don't like her. She has 2 kids. I think, I'm pretty sure she has 2 kids. And I think she's from Panama, I want to say, right? She has 2 kids, and they're not here. Her 3rd kid, the one that she just gave birth to. So tell me that's not going to mess up the 2 kids that she left behind, right? That she somehow is going to get back here. Like, why? When? How? Now you have to spend all this money on the baby, and just like... How do you go somewhere and you just don't take your kid forever? Like forever. And then you have another kid and somehow you don't understand how that might make your other kids feel. What about responsibility? What about that? Jasmine, she acted like she really, really loved Gino. And I was convinced that maybe she did. She was like, she loved having sex with him. And she said this, and he was the one. Maybe he was just so afraid that at some point she was just not going to love him, that he just didn't want to go all in, but he kind of went enough in to where he was married just to see if he can get the girl. But can he keep the girl? There's a difference between getting somebody and being able to keep somebody. I don't think Gino thought he was able to keep Jasmine. Therefore, I think he pushed her away. And it was him. So that he could, instead of getting hurt by her, he can more or less hurt her. That's the way I saw into it on this 90 Day Fiancé. I'd like to know what you guys think. I think that was a way of him protecting himself. In the meantime, as you know, that doesn't work, right? Because now she's gone. She's with Matt. She's living with Matt, I think in Miami, right? I think they live in Miami. I'm pretty sure they live in Miami. And Gino is just a distant memory. Somebody she said she'd always love and hold on to, but she sure didn't mind going in there with her big old belly at the tell-all, acting all proud and everything like that, like she did nothing wrong. I was in an open marriage, she says, and I got pregnant, but they were supposed to use protection. What happened with that? Supposedly he did. I don't know about that. I think that Jasmine wanted to make sure she had some sort of connection with this guy, Matt. I think she also wanted to make sure she was staying in America. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what she's going to do about her 2 kids that she left behind in Panama. Does she have 2 kids? She might just have 1 kid. So she left a kid behind, either which way. She definitely left somebody behind. So I thought she had 2 children. But I could be wrong about that. In the meantime, Jasmine is just, it still is a horrible thing to do. Part of me feels like she did use Gino and manipulate Gino because, I mean, she always wanted things from Gino. She kept asking Gino for things. But I also understand if Gino wasn't intimate with her, what was she supposed to do with that? This open marriage was just supposed to be about her having sex with this guy. Nothing more than that. Everybody told Gino, don't do this. If you do it, let it be with somebody else. And Gino, listen, like Florian, I'll introduce you to Florian another time. Like he said, just F her. Just F your wife. That's what, and he didn't want to do that. So, she found somebody else to do that for her, because she is a very sexual being. She likes the intimacy. She actually likes when the guy goes down on her toes. And she has no problem being on his toes. Come on. Like, is it love or is that gross? I just want to know. Is that love or is that gross? Guys, I love 90 Day Fiancé, and I want to go in on 90 Day Fiancé because it makes me happy. So I'm kind of hoping that you guys will help me with that. And, I don't know, like, subscribe, and share, and let's see, and I don't know. And I don't know what Gino's going to do, if he's going to try to get Jasmine deported, or we're going to have to see. And I'm going to introduce you, if you'll let me, to the other 90 Day Fiancé cast members, because, oh, God, what a trip it was. From everything from Butt Plug Rod to Dancing Josh, to Evil Natalie, to Don't Touch Me Gino, to You Cheated on Me Again Brandon, to Julia, I'm exposing myself on the bar, guys, to Stacy, who was married to Florian, who's twin sisters with Darcy, and they got their whole pile of shit. Guys, what are you thinking? Come with me on this voyage. And we also have another one with the other 90 Day Fiancé, the new show, which is a whole other shit show. But that's what it's all about. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Don't marry anybody in 90 days unless you have to. Okay, thanks, guys. Bye.